All right, I've been getting a little bit frustrated with how many people don't know well, first of all, what the difference between hemp and cannabis is, and then how many people have no idea what cannabinoids are, or what they do, or how important they are, or that we make them in our brain. So I want to do a brief video. I have to leave in just a few minutes, so I want to get this out of here, out of my mouth before I lose motivation. So, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Life is short. Enjoy life. So I'm watching a link on Facebook, like I do, on how can cannabis work on so many ailments, and have you taken the time to research this? And it's by a medical scientist that works with cannabis specifically. First of all, to those that don't know or don't understand, cannabis can be divided into two plants, and this is going to be really rough, really general for people that have never been introduced to this. So if you already know, I'm going to flub a little bit and sort of brush over some stuff. I know it's not going to be completely accurate, but just for understanding purposes, just general understanding. Cannabis can be split. It's one plant that can be split or divided into two different categories. Marijuana, which contains high levels of the drug THC. I'm going to use it as a drug because we use it as a drug. And other cannabinoids. And then hemp, which is the exact same plant, but instead of being generally marijuana short and bushy with lots of buds and flowers that you use for smoking, hemp is taller, more like a wheat or a bamboo or something like that, where you use the seeds for food and protein and the stalk for fiber, much like fiberglass or hemp. Marijuana or cannabis contains the most carbon of any other plant that we know of. So hemp, the style that's tall and thin and doesn't have a lot of branches, hemp is exactly carbon fiber. Carbon fiber that grows. You don't have to have any chemicals or do any special laying down of polymers or anything. It is carbon fiber that comes right out of the ground that can be used to make everything carbon fiber makes. Bicycles, cars, seats, what have you. Anything that's carbon fiber, hemp is carbon fiber. The other difference with hemp and marijuana, because I'm going to differentiate the hemp as the industrial, and marijuana as the drug. Marijuana contains a greater percentage of cannabinoids, particularly THC, which is the part that's psychoactive that gets you high, and also deals with pain and things like that. Hemp, on the other hand, has low quantities of CBD, which is the cannabinoids that are in marijuana as well, but they aren't psychoactive, but very, very little, small amounts of THC, not enough to get high with. There are now also strains of marijuana, in particular Charlotte's Web, that has been cultivated to contain less and less THC. So it is, I believe it has been categorized already as hemp, since it doesn't have high levels of THC or no measurable amount of THC that can get you high. So they have categorized that strain of marijuana as hemp in some places, because it's all about getting high, because getting high is bad, right? Because nothing else that we sell or is legal gets you high. So the other issue, that's the one thing. First thing, know what cannabis is. Cannabis, it's all one plant. Hemp, marijuana, cannabis, it's all cannabis. Canvas, that's the whole thing. It's all cannabis cultivated to do different things. One's tall and skinny, one's typically shorter and bushier, to get different aspects out of it. The other issue that this scientist was talking about is the endocannabinoid system. As a primate, I don't think it's just in primates, but in our brains, we produce it's not a hormonal system, but it's a chemical system, much like our hormone system, called the endocannabinoid system. And our endocannabinoid system are chemical transmitters that regulate homeostasis. It keeps the body in balance. If something gets too high, it produces more to regulate that. An example I like to give is with arthritis. Typically, you have white blood cells in your joint capsules that, as you use your joint, the white blood cells eat the little bits of cartilage that break off, because that happens. When your endocannabinoid system is low, it's not regulating your white blood cells properly. So your white blood cells start to preemptively or aggressively attack cartilage. So instead of just attacking the bits that fall off that it's supposed to, it starts attacking the joint capsule itself. Arthritis in a nutshell. So you would imagine something that would supplement your cannabinoid, your endocannabinoid system, would treat, prevent, help arthritis, like cannabis, marijuana. Marijuana has the exact same cannabinoids. They're cannabinoids in the plant because they're not inside of us. Endocannabinoids means endogenous, inside we produce them in our brain. If we supplement them with cannabis, it can cure or treat, alleviate arthritis symptoms. Whichever you're more comfortable with using with the mainstream interpretations. But we do produce endocannabinoids, which has a direct effect over our immune system. Just like if you have low thyroid, you have low energy, low metabolism. You have a result, uh, a negative result from homeostasis. You become out of balance, and you would go to your doctor and you have a blood test. They would see that you're out of homeostasis in your thyroid. They would give you levothyroxine is a popular one. They would give you the hormone to supplement your low hormone that you're producing. So in a lot of people that have low endocannabinoids, uh, a lot of people will self-medicate. They don't know that they're doing it, but they feel something is missing, and when they smoke marijuana, it alleviates those symptoms. So they are self-medicating. Marijuana, the plant that has the drug, is exactly a drug, a medical need, just like thyroid hormone. Any kind of hormone replacement or drug that balances your hormone levels, marijuana is just as, if not more important than that, which is a totally separate issue. And I would encourage you to do the research. There's an older documentary called The Union that the first 15-20 minutes or so goes over why marijuana was made illegal, and essentially because of hemp, industrial hemp, and the industries that hemp was going to either shut down or radically change. And the people in charge of those industries at the time didn't want to change. So in an effort to ban hemp, they saw that marijuana had a scare factor to it and used that to get rid of hemp. So both of them, it's frustrating to me how many people come to me, clients, people on YouTube, how many people come to me that don't really know what the difference is. They think hemp is marijuana, and they think marijuana is hemp and cannabis. And when you have those hemp bracelets, they go, "Ooh, are you going to smoke that?" 10 minutes on Google, watch a documentary, watch a scientific post on what marijuana and hemp is, educate yourself. Don't be ignorant to the facts, and don't let people with a corporate agenda, like the pharmaceutical companies or the concrete industry or the police department, don't let those people with an agenda lie to you and manipulate you because of your own ignorance. Uh, Educate yourself. Make the world a better place. Oh, feel the burn. Peace.